Auckland, city of sails.
It has more boats per person than anywhere else in the world.
With two stunning harbors and a love for the water, sailing here is practically a way of life.
It's where regattas meet culture, so sails up Auckland.
And welcome guys, welcome back to another episode of Up and Foiling, back from holidays.
Happy New Year, everyone, and to our listeners.
Hi everyone, and welcome back on the channel.
And we are finally back from holidays. We really had fun, we skied, but now it's time to go back on the water. But before looking on what's gonna happen this weekend in New Zealand, I want maybe for our fans, for our followers, to ask my two friends to make a recap of what happened maybe in the last two New Zealand SailGP events.
Yes, in the past there we've had two SailGP events, one in season 3 and one in season 4. Season 3 in 2023 was in Christchurch, so it was not in Auckland. And in that event, the first one ever in New Zealand, we saw Canada winning with Phil Robertson.
A little history made in Christchurch as Phil Robertson will steer Canada to their first SailGP victory, and it comes at the ITM New Zealand Sail Grand Prix.
That was the first win secured by Canada in SailGP. So great event for them. And second up came New Zealand with Peter Burling. So they just missed out on the win of the event. And what happened then in season 4, Big House?
In season 4, the event was held at the same place, so in Christchurch, right in the middle of New Zealand country. And we had only 3 days of races because there were mammals on the racetrack. So a lot of dolphins inside of the racetrack. And also there we had a fun fact about Australia team massively hitting a mark. And they crashed, so they were not
there on board Canada. Big contact. What? That was unthinkable there. They weren't in the boundary. I don't know that Canada can turn in front. That's a massive incident there. Oh my
major
word.
damage.
Major damage to the Australian
about
boat.
Australia team massively hitting a mark, and they crashed, so they were not able to finish the line. But let's go back to the good stuff that happened there. The New Zealand took a decisive win in their home country.
It was not a super fun fact for the Australia team, as you said. Big House was not much fun for them, I would say.
It was fun to watch, but not
entertaining.
Correct.
Anyway, last season race was very chaotic, especially in race 1. But in the end, it was a very tight battle for accessing to the final between France, Canada, New Zealand, and Spain. With Spain, that was the first team in the standing after the first 2 races, so it was very hyped to get into the final, but in the end they didn't manage because they lost and they arrived, I think, 4th in the last regatta in the last 2 with New Zealand taking by force its place into the final. That was really kind of fascinating to see. Like, it looked like they really wanted to get into the final in front of their
Yeah, and you said it was hectic, so it was only 10 boats last year. And already we saw almost some contact on the start of a race. And then, the contact with the mark. I'm sure they're not going to have marks in that area this year. But this year we're also having 12 teams on the line, right? The French are back for the event. And it's going to be even more hectic.
More crowded, so they need to watch out about not repeating what Australia did last time.
Yes, penalty points is something that they've been giving out in the last seasons when there was contact between boats or with the buoy, with the mark, for example. And they can really affect the overall standings, not only in an event, so you can get penalty points for the event, where you are dropped down in the rankings for the event, but also penalty points for the season. So these are particularly heavy and are maybe for big contacts, but when the Australia hit the mark, they even got penalty points last year. So a big fleet, and they'll be careful not to keep those boats intact especially the French that just got their boat.
Yeah, so as we said, this year the location will be changed, and it will be the first year that we will race in Auckland. So such a special city. It seems that really the tradition of sailing is something in the blood of this city, I would say. And I expect a lot of crowd and a lot of involvement from the local people. They really have, they recently won the America's Cup with their team. I think they have their idol there that are playing. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to see the involvement. I'm expecting something like NBA for the USA or,
US.
I don't know, NFL, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, the atmosphere in Auckland is always great with these big sailing events. I remember the America's Cup in 2021. When we were all in lockdown in Europe, and we would watch early in the morning those races. And it was really amazing to see not only the race course, you don't need the electronic boundaries you see now on the TV that they put like sponsors on the boundaries to show you where the limit is that the boats can go. You didn't need them because all on the boundary of the race course was like boats, like so many boats. So it was like almost naturally drawn, and it was really beautiful to watch so many people out on the water. Just amazing city for sailing.
And we hope that the wind condition will be much, much better than what we have seen in Dubai. Right, Ricky?
Yeah, definitely. Looking at the forecast now as we record, so we're recording on Tuesday, and it looks like there's a big wind front going through the city right on the weekend of SailGP with the wind 20 knots, gusting up to 30. So that's probably above the limit where these foiling sailboats can sail in. But if they manage to get racing in on Saturday before this wind front and on Sunday after it has passed, hopefully we can get like really exciting conditions with 10-15 knots, but probably very gusty because it looks like it's not very settled. There's also some rain forecast, so it looks very variable for now, and it could be a very good recipe for some fun.
Hopefully no dolphins or other animals interrupting the event. Let's remember for our followers in Europe, we have a lot of followers in New Zealand, which they will probably watch the race on a decent time. Let's remember for our followers in Europe, for example, fans from France or from Italy or from Germany or Spain, the time in which these races are going to happen, it's quite prohibited. It's quite insane in the middle of the night how many hours there are of difference.
Yeah, I think it's something like 12 hours, so quite a lot of difference.
If the race in the afternoon, I think that's 4 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah, totally easy, totally doable, no problem. I mean, I have done worse for Formula One.
We already have our alarms set on the phone.
To watch the racing, yeah. And there's also a new tech update, right, for this event, Big House?
Yeah, there are these new T-foils that have been announced in the previous events. And in high wind conditions, we hope to see their performance to give an even better result on the wind speed reached by the boats. We have seen that Canada has set a record of this SailGP boat speed equal to 101 kilometers per hour, which is impressive on these small boats. And we hope to see in optimal wind conditions these new T-foils giving even more action to the races.
Yeah, I expect that while you're testing the new T-foil, you push very, very hard, but maybe not so close to the limit. Whereas I think when you're racing and you need to beat all the rest of the pack and it's so close, I think the first reach from the start to the first mark, they're all going to be pushing so hard. So I think we're going to see very, very high speeds there if we get to see the T-foils, of course, with a lot of wind.
Once they wear the helmet in the race, there is just go to the limit. There is no middle measure, or it's just maximum push.
And that wraps up our preview. Let us know if you liked it.
Join us for the next episode where we have some predictions.
Ooh.
All right. Remember to follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast or YouTube, and please comment to let us know which topic you would like to be covered more in our podcast.